Hi, boy, I have no idea how this stream is gonna go. I haven't streamed for a month or 2 months. I don't know. It seems too long. See here. Copy. Discord paste. Hopefully, we won't have any issues. Twitch, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Live, there we go. I think... Oh my god. I think we're good now. No, I don't want to... I want to copy message and paste it so everyone can see it. That I'm live, at least. Alright. There we go. Alright, so what is going on today, guys? Lone Wolf here, and today we're going to be playing a game called Echo. And it's a furry game, not the inappropriate version. Because I found that one too. I kind of wish I didn't, because it was bad. So, I never played this game, I just installed it today, so we're gonna see how well it goes. Like, I'm not joking, I just installed it. I knew you'd be back! You all come back eventually. Why do you try to run away in the first place? It doesn't matter. Even though you're here, you're going to try and run again. Just stop. Because just like this town, you're only moving in circles. That sounds kind of creepy. So is this a horror game or something? Shakes. Yeah, Mom, I bought it. No, I've got everything. No, TJ's with us. We picked him up yesterday. No, I did call you yesterday. There was no answer. Fine, yeah, I'll try once more. I'll try more than once next time. So of course, they're clean. Listen, I'm driving right now, so yeah, shouldn't be on the phone, should I? I'm gonna hang up. Okay, love you too, bye. I sigh and finally hang up, dropping it on my lap. TJ next to me in passenger seat stretches back and scratches behind his ear. Oh, that's cute. It's been a while since I've seen your mom. How is she? I shrug. Fine, I think she wouldn't tell me if she wasn't anyway. TJ taps his foot against the dashboard before yawning. Wow, it feels like we've been driving for days. Normally, TJ wasn't the one to whine, but the long drive was obviously getting to him. It was getting to all of us, honestly. I look over at him. We're almost there. Why don't you listen to some music or something? My phone's dead for the past 2 hours. I didn't know it would take us 8 hours to get there. I sigh. Whether that dig was purposeful or not, I still feel a little embarrassed. I admit it, I got us lost for a few hours, and Route 93 is hard to find, and even with the GPS. It's no wonder that Echo's in the state that it's in. You should have brought a book. Those don't run out of batteries. They don't. I look up in the rearview mirror and I see Jenna holding a hefty book titled Cognition. I don't know how to pronounce it. TJ sighs. All of my books is in my phone. Why don't you listen to the radio? TJ starts to reach the dial. Don't bother. All we get are hex stations. I have some music on my phone, though. Do you have an aux cable, Chase? In this clunker, no. But like I said, we're almost there. Just having the three of us here is a little awkward and unbalanced. I wonder if completing our little group will bring us back to the old chemistry. Thinking about seeing Carl, Flynn, and Leo again makes my heart skip a beat. Take exit 127 into Flint Road. I jerked back and present and pressed on the brakes as I swerved into the exit. Whoa. Sorry. Chase, come on, pay attention. TJ and a little giggles and lightens the enchantment, but my face gets hot anyways. Hey, me and Jenna went 3 hours out of our way to pick you up from CCU. You could have taken the bus. No, I'm grateful. I just rather this not being the place I'd die. Oh, gosh. We continued down Flint Road for about 15 minutes in silence, while I avoided the ever-increasing numbers of potholes in the road. I think we are all a little nervous now that we get closer to our destination. Unsurprisingly, there isn't another car in sight. Boy, is this all reading? You guys excited? I looked in my rearview mirror again and see that Jenna put her book down, staring out the window. I actually haven't gotten a whole lot of thought as to how I feel about the whole thing. I get to choose. I'm gonna say yeah. It'll be great to see everyone again. It's been way too long. I meant, Echo, are you excited to go back? Oh, I didn't really know how to answer that. Is excited the right word? It sure is hell stressful. As long as we can go take it for a hike. I don't want to be sitting around in a motel all day. Well, it beats to having a heat stroke in the desert. Are you seriously hiking the trail? Oh, come on, it will be fun. At least I know Chase come. TJ smiles at me and raises his brows. It's too hard to say no to say eager face, at least right now. Yeah, of course. Anyways, it sounds like you've only got the boys on their mind, Chase. Leo, maybe. Make a slight right onto Lake Emma Road. I ignored Jenna and pretended to be distracted with adjusting the GPS. A few more minutes of silence passed before Jenna speaks again. So, this news thing you're making, what is it all about exactly? I swerved a little to avoid another pothole. A news packet? If you remember, there was that one crazy thing that happened here in the early 1900s. I read a little bit about it, and it's pretty fricked up. Come on, chase language. I thought I would do a little more digging. Honestly, though, I need to make something that looks good enough to pass with. Holy crap. I've been talking nonstop for 11 minutes. Hello, sniper. I'm still working on your rep. I want to say thank you for doing that. You don't have to be honest. Oh, this is going to be a long episode of talking. Honestly, though, I just need to make... Oh, I already read that. Well, that sounds kind of fun. Are you going to have enough time to hang out? I know Leo made some plans. This whole thing was Leo's idea, actually. No worries, I'll do it for you, my friend. Thank you, Smite. You're amazing. When I told him that I'd be coming down to Echo for a spring break, he suggested we all use it as an excuse to having a reunion. Oof. He says it hasn't been the same since the three of us left. Yeah, I should. I just need to make some B-roll in shots of the old creepy location. Bruh. Shouldn't take too long. I catch a flash of blue and sees the lake right to our right. The conversation dies down a little bit. Pretty soon, and we're all lost in our own thoughts. Finally, we round the bend, and I start to watch some glimpses of the town. The tall, rusted signs for the gas station and motels loom over the rest of the old community. Lake Emma Road merges right into Main Street, where the motel is at. Soon enough, we're turning into the parking lot. There is only a few other cars parking in the parking lot. I park in the closest spot next to the door and switch off the ignition. Relief to be done with the driving. I sit back for a moment, rubbing my eyes. I hope you're grateful, TJ. I never want to try that long again. Thanks, Chase. TJ hops out of the car and clearly happy to be out. Whoa! That is some cool art, dude. TJ puts his paws on the back and stretches out from toes to ear tips. I hear a few cracks. Gosh, it feels good to be out here. I smile as I followed him stretch as well through less flamboyant. I have no idea how to pronounce some of these words. It's good to see TJ reverting back to his old cheerful self. Whoa! Jenna, you are... Okay. What are these species? I really want to know. Of furs. I have no idea. Man, I really wish I have a fursuit now. That I made. I kind of started making one. It's not going well. Anyways, Jenna. Alright, I made some reservations, so I'll check us in. You boys want to bring in our stuff? Sure. Me and TJ head around to the trunk of the car, getting our bags and cameras equipment while Jenna heads inside. This is a small room. I'm pleasantly surprised While it must, while it's a bit musty, the room is suspicious and generally clean. A lot more than I was expecting from a town like Echo. Although I've lived in the town for most of my life, I never actually been in a motel. Hey, this is nice. And 2 double beds? Yeah, thought I'd get one of the nicer rooms since everything's here dirt cheap. TJ sets his bags down on the bed. So I guess this be me and Chase's bed. Jenna can have her own bed, obviously. That's nice of you, TJ. Anyway, here are your key cards. She hands us both the key cards, which I slipped into my back pocket. So when are we going to eat? I'm starving. My stomach grumbles and we haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's late afternoon at this point. I pulled out my phone, checking over my text with Leo. Leo said he's going to get us some sandwiches from the diner. Did you tell? Yes, I told him to substitute bread with lettuce and for yours. Why would you do that? Bread is better than lettuce, dude. Nice. Alright, well, I've texted everyone that we're here. Let's at least unpack. It's going to get crowded, and I don't want all of our stuff in the way. This is obviously a different room. Unless it's a very weird angle. Half an hour later, we've got all of our stuff packed away in the motel drawers. Now, I'm sitting on my bed toying with my camera equipment while TJ watches TV and Jenna organizes her school books. So, are we all teenagers here? I have a feeling that we are all teenagers. Hello, Ender Dragon. Welcome. Talking for 20 minutes. I don't usually talk this long. This is going to be a long gameplay. This is going to be a series, by the way. Whew. You know that you're on vacation, right? And didn't you already get into grad school? You should relax. That's exactly why I need to be keeping up. There's a knock on the door. That scared me. The little sound effects that they have in the background. There's a knock on the door. Being the closest, I get up to answer it. I'll get it. I look through the peephole excitedly to see Beanie Cap with a pair of some very familiar horns poking through it. I grinned and I unlocked the door and swung it open. Whoa! Carl? The ram? Yeah, he's a ram. I slapped my paws with him and pulled him into a hug. And immediately, with a whiff taken scent of pot. Despite that, he embraced his warm and flesh, and his belly squishes against my body like a pillow through his jacket. Why is they making it this detailed? There is an underlying sturdiness, though, and I feel his beak hips bulge around my shoulder. What? Okay. Had he been working out? I put my paws on his shoulders and pushed him back, looking him over. Holy cow, this is getting really, I don't know. Is this usually how best friends act? He changed excuse me. He changed a bit since I've last seen him. He's definitely bulkier, and the fur on his face is a bit shaggier. His eyes are a little red. His expression is a little glazed. He's like daydreaming about someplace far away from here. His eyes are green. Still getting a little blazed, huh? You know it. His jokey nature drops a bit, and he gives me a genuine smile. It's good to see you again. I feel warm inside as I smile back. You too. Is that Carl I hear? Carl and I step back into the room and remain slouched as we do. Holy cow, they look... Wow. They look good. I like their art so much. Hey, Jenna. Carl, how have you been? Not bad, living life like I'm a bee. It sounds like he's starting to sing the lyrics to a song but he trails off as we all look at him expectantly. He just smiles back. Huh? Carl, is that TJ? Is that TJ? Hi. Though he's smiling happily, TJ's outright crinkling his nose. Still up to your old habit, huh? Carl shrugs. I'm starting to remember that it's something he does a lot. It's his answers almost everything. It's getting quite quiet for a moment, and then I clap my paws together. So what have you been up to, Carl? You're not online that often. Carl shrugs. Oh, just hanging out. Must've been kind of boring considering its echo. Not going outside helps, huh? You've been able to find a job? I know they closed the old corner market that you used to work at. Yeah, kind of hard since pretty much everything's closing around here. On top of that, I still don't have a car that I can get me to Peyton. Oof, that's right. You crashed the one that your parents got you. TJ grins simply. What is this game, by the way? It's Echo, the furry gamer. The furry game. Do not just look it up on the internet because there is another one that's really inappropriate. In fact, I don't remember where I downloaded this from. I'll have to send you guys the link to the game. It's completely free. Anyway, man, don't kill my vibe. What about school? You've been thinking about going back? No, not really. Oh my god. Will my phone? Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. My mom forgot something, and I need to walk out of my game room. So I will talk to you in just a few minutes. Wow, that took forever. I am back. Hopefully. Sniper, you sent me a picture of my dog looked like he's breaking his neck. What? Let's see here. Wow. Ender Dragon! What are you doing? Let's see here. Oh my god. Okay, I need to show this. This is too funny. I need... I need to show it. Let's see. Discord. Show... Let's see. Oh boy. Don't show the other stuff. There we go. How do I share my thing? Window capture. New. Me breaking me neck. Yeah. Okay. When were those? I am curious. Hold on. I'm refreshing my stream stuff, and it's... There we go. Add. There we go. Okay. Now let's continue on, and hopefully, son of a nutcracker. Hold on. Can people stop calling me? I really want to finish this game, and this game says it's 8 hours long for an average person. Okay. Let's continue. Yes, I did make you guys mods. You and Ender Dragon, because you guys are awesome. And you're here. Anyways, Carl. No, not really. Maybe. Carl's starting to lose that faraway look. Oh my gosh! Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sniper! Sniper, you bring a smile to my face. My dog, my virtual face cam, which is this dog right here, is really funny sometimes. So, hopefully I won't get called again during this stream. I really hate getting calls. Anyways, you went for what, a semester? That's not really enough time to tell if you're really cut out for college. Classes get easier to handle once you get used to it. Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly the schoolwork that was the problem. You could try smoking less weed. That might help. Don't smoke weed, kids. Well, what? Was I set up for an intervention or something? Carl looks over at me and asks, as if asking for help. What? Hey, don't look at me. I had to deal with them for the past 10 hours. Yeah, I guess I forgot how naggy they can be. That's because we care about you, Carl. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Chase has been missing you since you left school. Carl and I were in the same classes throughout school. As a result, we entered college together. We even roomed together for that one semester, which was a lot of fun, of course. I had missed him. Carl seems pretty eager to get off topic, though. Speaking of school, didn't you get accepted to Weston, Jenner? Yeah, I'm going into experimental I have no idea. I start in the fall. That's pretty cool. Congrats. Carl turns back to me. And you're into journalism, right? He looks over the equipment, looking confused. What is all this? Oh yeah, one of the reasons why I'm out here, I'm doing news segment on Echo. Sounds like the feel good of the year, Chase. That's what you get out of feel good town of this century, Carl. Hee hee, yeah. Carl scratches his muzzle before turning to TJ. And you're doing what again? Sports, something, Bible Olympics? Athletic training, but yes, it's a Christian school. Carl gives a thumbs up. Super. So we're gonna eat. I'm hungry as hell. Hell's a little extreme there, Carl. Not even you can be that hungry. Sure. Where's Leo? He's bringing the sandwiches, right? He's actually just texted me that he's here. He was picking up Flynn. So we're all gonna be here just like the old times. TJ looks almost looks like a little kid Linux. Oh, she's a Linux. Okay, again, his ears twitch around with excitement. Oh, they're here. I grip the bedspread and watch Carl moves around the corner to open the door. I hear it open, followed with the deep, brassy voice of Flynn. Hey, why are you getting the door ready? To get my sandwiches, dick face. Jeez, I cannot believe I said that. I've got the munches like a mother. Where are they? Leo has them. Here he is. Hey, they're all in here. In there? My heart skips a beat with my tail thumbs the bed as I hear Leo with high working. I really wonder why humans have tailbones, even though they don't have tails. Something I really want to know. Discord, can you stop giving me notifications, please? Oh, never mind. There's something buzzing before they started coming around the corner, bringing me a face-to-face with the rest of my childhood fans. Whoa! Not what I was expecting. A lizard, I think. Flynn comes in first, slinking in casually, his posture loose and relaxed, slouching. Unlike Carl, though, his slouch make him look like he doesn't give a frick, as opposed to just trying himself to make himself seem smaller. He wasn't a shy guy, as evidenced by his open shirt. And who are you calling a something? I don't know how to pronounce or say that without being in the 18 plus range. Flynn knocks Carl in the head, which made a loud thunking sound, but Carl just grins throughout. Hey, Jenna, TJ, and Chase. He nods to each of us in turn, rubbing his knuckles. What? Okay, this story gets awesome. Because we are in an evolution of apes who have tails. The human's tailbone is the remains of the tail. So when did human tails, started leaving our bodies? That's something I wanted to know. Anyways, immediately following him, his arms wrapped around two big brown paper bags, is Leo. He smiles over the top of the bag, sweeping the room with his eyes along with the tall rectangular ears. He pauses on Jenna, then TJ before finding me. His face immediately breaks into a full-on grin as he walks over to the bed I'm sitting on, setting down the bags. As he comes to a stop in front of me, I reach out my paws to slap his, like I did with Carl a very long time ago. I don't know. Instead, he grabs it and yanks me up into a tight bear hug, nearly squeezing the air out of me. That sounds painful. Chase! Man, I miss you. Just like Carl, he seems like Leo gotten bigger and stronger. He lifted me up without even trying. The tension I've been feeling in my chest melts away like an ice cube on an echo sidewalk. Everything's fine. All of that worry about how he was going to react was for nothing. The hug is lasting kind of long, though. I can feel everyone looking at us. And just like he forgets we exist, Leo finally pulls back, then smacking me on the shoulder before turning to greet Jenna and TJ. I shakily sit back down, feeling a whole lot better now that the introductions are out of the way. Wow. Leave Carl in the room for 5 seconds and it smells like skunk here. The weed is just oozing out of your pores at this point. Flynn tranquilly... Okay, Flynn is the not so nice guy. Got it. Flynn theoretically plugs his nostrils and pulls the window open a crack. Carl rolls his eyes, slouching further and jamming his paws into his pockets. Oh, shut up. I think everyone here agrees that my smell is a lot better than your shedding. Nothing like a big pile of lizard dust on... Oh, so he's a lizard. On the couch for the next person. And by the way, dude, that skunk comment was a speciesist. I have no idea how to pronounce that. And that lizard comment, wasn't it? Flynn turns to me, fanning air from outside with his hands. What's worse, Chase, smell, or my dusting off? Haha, dusting off, that's not a thing. Try saying white flakes that ship off me with every step I take, except for when I scratch my thing, or my butt. Then it's like a freaking blizzard of dead skin. Jeez. And some of it might land in your mouth. That's what you should call it. Hey, furballs do it too, just less noticeable. Either way, it's hot in here. Aren't you cold-blooded? Someone turn down the thermostat. Somebody turn down your language. TJ says it to him like a cheerful kindergarten teacher. Keep talking a student into his words. Long silence. Silence. They stare at each other for 5 seconds. Flynn's expression like a stone, while TJ slowly loses his mouth. Or smile. Well, she... Oh, sure, be sure to watch that. Jeez! Flynn! TJ actually looks pretty upset, but Flynn just reaches out and yanks him into a choke. Jeez, these guys do not need to be together. Like, gee. Shut up, you. I'm just... Gee, no, you're not kidding. You're freaking scaring me. TJ half-heartedly fights to hold. I guess TJ thought he'd get some respect now that they're all adults. Hey, ow. You still said it. Normally I might step in to help, but it's been a while since I've seen Flynn and TJ go at it. It's just too funny to stop. What? Just stop him then! Look, no lightning. So much for your almighty go oof. TJ jabs his elbow back into Flynn's stomach, doubling the lizard over for a second. Ha, see? Works mysterious. Wow. I don't know what to... Flynn reaches up, grabs at one of his tufts on TJ's ears and yanks, earning a yowl from feline. I have no idea. Full species futures. Species features are something we made up to make our tussle a little more fair. It involved in any distinct physical. Okay, I'm tired of reading. Physical difference between our species that might oppose as a disadvantage, like my tail, Jenna ears, and or TJ's ear tufts. Carl expectantly keen on it. Being a ram, his horns were often used as leverage against him. TJ, come get your sandwich. TJ finally yanks himself out of Flynn's grasp, smoothing down his fur as he tries to look as defined as possible. Well, I can see things I haven't changed. That hasn't changed. With that, TJ walks over to the table to get his food. I can't help but laugh. Hee. I think TJ won that one technically. Or did he... He might be fooled too. Flynn's got a soft lizard belly on. Flynn snorts, rubbing his stomach. Oh, don't even try to tell me about soft thing. It looks as if you swallowed a beach ball. Speaking of which, food. We all pass the bags around to get our food. It's chicken sandwich for Jenna and TJ, roast beef for me and Leo, and 3 large veggie burgers that almost take up their whole own bag for Carl. So what am I in this story? Am I a animal? What animal am I? I have no idea. Flynn, as usual, isn't eating anything. I think it's just a lizard thing. I keep my seat on the bed as I unwrap the foil around my sandwich. The smell wafts up from the beef, making my mouth water and bringing some memories up with it. We'd all spent many nights at the old diner. I can remember the nights me and Carl graduated. Leo took us all straight from Peyton High to the diner, skipping out on the all-night graduation party for sandwiches and milkshakes. I take a huge bite and the yellow bell pepper slips out the other end, landing back in the foil. Whoa, slow down, you're going to choke. Suddenly I almost fallen over the side as something heavy plants itself next to me on the bed. I quickly grabbed a napkin to bring it to my muzzle, wiping it away the grease. Hey, Leo. Leo chuckles at my embarrassment and unwraps his own sandwich. Sorry if the bread is a little soggy. Garb over here took his sweet time getting to the car. Hey, working in the town hall is a serious business. I don't have family business. I can just watch out of you like you. Hey, Flynn, I bet I can eat this whole sandwich in 1 minute. Why would you do this? Is that a joke? Of course you can. Haha, yeah, but what about 2 burgers? Don't choke, Carl. I decided to keep the conversation on Leo's job since that was the whole reason why he's still here. But business is still pretty good. Yes, Peyton's getting bigger, so the number of customers. I guess it's a good thing that your dad's moved out of Echo, huh? For sure, this place the place is turning into a ghost town. It probably will be in the next decade or two. By some standard, it already is. I take another bite of my sandwich, biting right into another bell pepper. I'd forgotten how good the diner food is. I noticed TJ sitting next to Jenna at the table, picking unhappily at the lettuce-wrapped chicken. Jenna seemed to as well as she leaned towards him. What's wrong, TJ? It's just, never mind. It doesn't matter. Are you sure? It's just the mayo. I forgot they put it on everything here. Jenna lifts up the bun on her sandwich, inspecting its contents. None of the mayo's really gotten on my chicken. Here. No, you don't have. Jenna picks up TJ's sandwich, swaps it out for a grilled chicken. She ripped off the layer of mayo-tinted lettuce from his lettuce bun before swapping her chicken in. There, how's that? Thanks. It's then that TJ looks up and sees Leo and I staring at him. I see the ears flatten and embarrassing. What? Nothing, TJ, nothing. Are your parents still letting you live in the house here in Echo? Yes, we actually tried to sell it last year, but of course no one bought it. I think 2 people came to look at it, but took off once they saw the town. Anyways, my parents are living in Peyton in a house twice as big as the old one. Well, it must be pretty cool living on your own house. My parents aren't constantly breathing down my neck, so that's, nice. Seriously? The way they put these sentences together is weird. I don't get it. Leo has already finished his first sandwich. Now he's unwrapping the second. He sure could eat a lot. How many people are still here anyways? In the town, I mean. Leo takes another bite and I hear the crunch peppers through his muzzle. He chews thoughtfully for a moment before swallowing. Not too sure. Of course, I know almost everyone here, but most didn't actually live here anymore. Most people turn their old houses into a sort of a vacation home now. Really? Why? I can't imagine anyone coming here for a vacation. Unless their hobbies are meth or dying of heat stroke. Well, they've gotten all their old houses here, and it's cheap to build. And the town is actually trying to turn that old lake into a recreational thing. Lake Emma? Yeah, they're putting in docks and stuff. Huh. Lake Emma was an old reservoir just a few minutes outside of town. As kids, we used to play around there all the time. It was generally an ugly place, dead fish on banks, and terrible smell and mosquitoes everywhere. Then again, it could have changed since then. I haven't played there in 12 years now. None of us have. Thinking about the lake is making my stomach tighten again, forcing away my appetite in the process. It's been too long at this point. I need to learn over things. Actually, that reminds me. The others are pretty deep in their own conversations, but I lowered my voice anyways, leading to Leo. Hey, Leo. Leo turns to me, and he had been in the middle of a massive bite, and now he has a bell pepper half hanging out of his mouth. I don't talk this much. Holy cow. How are you guys entertained by this? Ugh, I should grab a drink. That throws off my train of thought for a second. Oh yeah. So I wanted to get some shots of the lake from my project. Leo ducks his head in to pull out the pepper from his muzzle, only to shove it back in a second later. He chews for a while, but his ears still tip towards me, so I go on. It's kind of important to Echo's history, anyway. You told me that on Monday everyone's free during lunch. I can tell by the set of Leo's ears that he knows where I'm going, and he's not too into an idea. I quickly go on. Of course, we don't have to, but it's been a long time, and if the town is making it look better, it could be fun. Listen, Chase. I feel my face burn a little under the fur. Sorry if it was a dumb idea. No, Chase. If it were up to me, I'd definitely do it. It's just... Leo looks towards Flynn. I do too, as well. Finding him still battering with Toe. It doesn't matter how fast you eat. I'm not going to be impressed. He's got the classic Flynn look on his face where he's pressing his lips together and trying not to smile. What if I ate all three? You've already eaten most of the first one, so that's not going to happen now, is it? I look back down at my sandwich. I suddenly feel really guilty. Here I am, back after 3 years, just assuming that I know how everyone feels. Now I'm kind of feeling like an imposter. Leo noticed, like he always did, and he nudges me with his shoulder. Hey, don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Suddenly, Leo's ears perked up, and I know he suddenly had an idea. His ears made him easily readable, just as reading people came from easily to him. It made it all more impressive that he was able to tell us most of us what we're thinking, considering my short, chubby ears. Or Flynn's lack thereof. Listen, there's a cool little spot by the river that's actually pretty close to the lake. We could have lunch and you could walk over and get your shots. The idea made me feel a little bit better. Alright, that could be fun. Also, this motel doesn't have a pool, so it would be really nice to swim in something. Hey, otters in their waters. Anyways, I have asked Flynn. But I think he'll be okay with it. What would really impress me if you didn't eat the rest. You're a funny guy, Flynn. Carl goes back to shoving the Nux burger into his mouth as Flynn looks in mild disgust. He suddenly notices us watching him. He gives us an odd look, but that slowly morphs into a smirk as he focuses on Leo. You're looking pretty happy over there, Leo. Not like you've been in the past 3 years. I furrowed my brow in confusion and looked up at Leo. I see him shift, and he gives Flynn a look that I didn't quite understand. Well, of course I'm happy to see us all back together again. I took from Leo to Flynn, and it's pretty easy to imagine a bolt of electricity between them. You should have seen him, Chase. He'd go days without smiling. Agreed. Leo's been kind of a thing ever since you guys left. Isn't Jenna a counselor? Hey, you should have a session with Leo. I'm an undergrad, and I'm not going into counseling anyways. That would just make me sad. TJ busy trying to hold his sandwich together and eat it at the same time. Not very successfully, but he looks up as well. Leo, depressed? It's hard to imagine you not smiling. You seemed fine online. Has something been going on, Leo? For the first time since he's arrived, Leo looks truly uncomfortable. I know his feeling. I have went through that recently, and I've made a full-on video of that. You didn't see him like that very often. Flynn, on the other hand, has his trying not to smirk face on. Leo paused, pinned down by everyone's eyes in the room. Then he takes frustrating breath. I can't people be sad sometimes? Yes, things have been harder, but I'm fine. I think it's pretty clear that Flynn, Leo flicks his long muzzles at the lizard, is just trying to get some reactions. Sure, I've been saying you're back to your old self, but seriously, it's great. Leo takes a snorkeling sound. I'm about to ask Leo what's so stressful when he lifts his paws up again to take a bite of his almost finished sandwich. I go quiet as I look at his paws. A silver anchor tied around his wrist with leather. The word otter is etched into the shank of the anchor. The name Chase is engraved into the stop. That is hard to read for some reason. Why is he still Chase? I jumped as TJ voice breaks through my trance, bouncing on bed once I come down. Leo looks at me as the bed wobbles, an eyebrow raised. TJ puts a paw to his muzzle. Oops, sorry. You were just kind of staring off into space. Yeah, just thinking about stuff. What's up? We were talking about the last game. Didn't you tell me that you saw that movie on the drive here? I really don't get you right now. TJ, the last game was the worst. Lions, Bridget movie. My voice is gonna, break at the end of the stream. You're just mad because they don't follow the comments. Yeah, Carl, as a movie, it's just better. I'm sure the comments are great too, though. No, the comments are crap. Carl tried showing them to me once. What? See, this is the problem. They never followed the source material, and no one cares because they have no respect to the originals, man. You're a way too picky, Carl. The last game was a great movie. Not to you, Leo. Or not you two, Leo. I don't remember. I don't know. I think Lion's Rigid was always a bit too violent for me. What with all the shooting and punching? I've always liked feeling Weasel's. She's the thinking man's of superheroing. My Carl waves his paws dismissively. The Trinity comments have been pretty lame. They jerk off something for lonely nerds, and so is the movie. You mean that like yourself? Hey, hold up. We're talking about Trinity now? Julia Blasco? She's so fun. Never seen a booty like hers on a weasel before. That's because it's fake. I just like the story. It's really kind of deep if you think about it. It was really hard for me to think of when half the shots are slow-mo and she's doing all these flips and back bends and stuff. I don't think that was your sort of thing anyway, Flynn. Flynn doesn't have time to restart before Jenna shifts her attention, seemingly coming to TJ's offense. Come on, Trinity does have more story going on than your average superhero movie. I think it's great that you like her character over all the meatheads. Yeah, they just stuck all the shots to reel in the dummies. Of course, that's easy for someone like you to say. Besides, I seen what's going on in here. Maybe you should watch Lurch Lou TJ. He's shirtless the whole time. TJ ears go flat, tufts pointing at the ground. I'd better stop with all this saucy talk. The only way this could get any more awkward is you got sprung. We all groaned, but PJ shoots right back. And knowing you, that's exactly what you want happen, isn't it, Flynn? That gives a few surprise chuckles. Dang, TJ. Where'd that come from? It isn't that... Oh my god, my nose is itchy. It isn't that a particularly good joke. It's that it came from TJ that makes it funny. I don't think I've ever heard him talk like that. Even Flynn can't keep grinning for a bit. Oh my god. We talked late in the afternoon. At this point, all of my worries have disappeared, leaving a happy, warm feeling in its place. It seems silly that I've been nervous earlier. In fact, I'm starting to look forward to the rest of the week. Alright. Leo steps forward, indicating that we should all shut up. Now, we all need to remember Chase is here to do his school project, so that comes first. But I did make a few other plans for things that we can do on his off time. I'm pretty sure all of us know that we're going to Southwest Adventure tomorrow, so I'll pick these two up. He jerks his head forward, towards Flynn and Carl, then swing by the motel to get you guys at 9, alright? Sounds good. Then I was thinking about doing some stuff in the painting towards the end of the week. but we'll make those plans later. In between those times, we should find time to hang out as well. Make the most of this. Leo looks about done, but he suddenly snaps his fingers as if remembering something. Oh yeah, Chase, I saw you had a camera. Think you could get a pics of us? It would be nice for all of us to have something. Isn't that camera phone quality? Oh sure, I was messing around with the self-timer earlier. Should be able to get it to work. After a few minutes of me adjusting the tripod and Leo adjusting everyone at the end of the one bed, we managed to get into position. Alright, here it goes. I set a timer fast towards the spot Leo saved for me. Oh boy, let's see this final image. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cute. For the next 2 hours, we watched a movie on the TV, not really paying attention, mostly changing up with each other on how we've been. It's good to be back. It feels like we're all just picking up where we left 3 years ago. It's really nice. Finally, about 10, Leo, Carl, and Flynn head out. I spent the next 20 minutes tinkering with the equipment, making sure it's all in order shooting next day. Once TJ finishes getting ready for bed in the bathroom, I do as well before getting to bed, head to toe with TJ. There's a soft glow in the corner as Jenna sits at the table reading something. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, waiting for her to go to sleep. There's a change attached to my ankles as I walked away from the lake. My leg felt caked in the mud. Wait, is this a dream now? I looked back, seeing the chain snaking back around the rocks and reeds before disappearing into the water. Looking ahead again, I see Leo he's smiling, waving at me. I walk towards him, chains stay slack, pulling easily out of the water. There's an anchor in the lake, I see. I stare at him, but he doesn't say anything, and just kept on smiling. I crouched on the rocks, wrapping my chain around my wrist a few times. Leo kneels next to me, rubbing my back, sticking out his arm, compare our bracelets, saying that everyone gets one. He seems happy, but now I'm stuck here. I can't even stand up to walk. This gotta be a dream, is it? Alright. Dude, that's the first day, and I spent an hour and a half talking about the first day. Okay. This is gonna be a long series. Peyton is about a bit distance away. To get there, you have to get on Route 93, which Flynn tells me isn't even called that anymore. That would make sense considering how it was impossible to find on the GPS. Anyway, to get to the city, you have to merge from the remains of 93 onto I-40, which runs straight through the city of Peyton. About 15 minutes from Peyton, we pull over at a restaurant which sits at a higher elevation than Echo. If you're looking in the right direction, it gives you a great view of the town. I stand outside of the old run-down restroom, a paw over my eyes as I stare over the desert. Oh boy. Sorry, that's okay. Oh. My voice is giving out, as you guys can probably hear. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do. Is this game really all talking? Probably it is. A distant, hazy view of a group of small buildings huddled together signals where town is. From this various distance, it looks small and harmless. Hard to imagine of all things that happened there. Alright, how do I use this thing? I look over and see Leo fumbling with the camera, obviously worried that he's going to break it. I walk over, showed him how to use it, checking the white balance and exposure itself. I wasn't too good with cameras, but the equipment manager at the university had given me quick lessons on how to do things. Alright, so I want you to zoom out from Echo slowly, and while you do, I'm going to walk in the frame, okay? Yeah, okay. Leo hosts the camera up, looks through the viewfinder, ears perked up and smiling. Alright, signal me when you're ready. I adjust the clip-on mic while Leo focuses the camera, then raises his paws, signaling that I should start. I walk into the frame, keep one paw in my pocket, and using the other gesture. I hope I don't look too awkward. I always feel like I do. Echo first. Whoa, that's cool music. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. Echo first began as a settlement in 1852, after James Hendricks discovered gold in a quartz deposit. The town grew quickly in size and once began to serve as a junction along the Prescott Railway. It reached to its peak population of 6,500 in 1877. It was at this point in time a particular phenomenon of mass hysteria took over. Many say the reasons this occurred was due to the discovery of the body within the gold mine and the circumstances surrounding that discovery. While it's not much is known about the event, what was known that was once ended up in large portion of population left Echo. Man, that sounds good. Most of those who left settlement in a nearby town of Peyton. However, the town is still managed to prosper well enough in the 40s. That is when government stepped into a shutdown. The mine, as it became a federal law to divert all mining resources to the war effort. The town's population sharply declined shortly thereafter, and by the 1950s, it has dwindled. I have no idea how to pronounce that. To approximately 2,000 people. A shutdown of the Prescott Railway in 1960s, followed by bypassing Route 93 by I-40 in 1986, was the final nail in the coffin for the town. By the 90s, the population had, I don't know how to pronounce it, gone down to just 150 people. My goal, however, is to investigate the first event which led to this town's decline and possible dismiss. What happened in that mine almost 150 years ago? I've come to Echo to try to find out what information, if any, can glean from the events of the past. Excuse me. I wait for a few seconds and look at Leo. That's good. Yeah, I didn't know how to stop this, though. Here. I walk over to take the heavy camera off of Leo's paws. That was pretty good. You want to be a reporter? Maybe. I'd rather be just write than be on camera, though. Yo, Chase. Leo and I looked up towards the car, greeted the sight of by. Oh my God. Leo and I looked up towards the car, greeted by the sight of bright white ram's butt hanging out of the back window of Leo's van. I didn't really react. I mean, despite being self-conscious about his weight, Carl was pretty shameless about his stuff like this. I've probably seen his naked butt more often than I've seen Leo's. And that was saying, what is this? Where is this story going into? Make sure you got the shop of May. At the moment, Flynn, who was sitting next to Carl in the back, reaches around and yanks the ram's pants down. Oh my God! So that they hang around his knees. Even though Carl's pretty quick pulling him back up, I still got a pretty good view of his equally white balls dangling around his neck. Or legs. Ugh. Okay, this is turning into more of an inappropriate story. I am sorry, guys. Why? Leo snorts, and I can see Flynn laugh his butt off while Carl punches him in the shoulder. Unfortunately for TJ, who is sitting in the middle row with Jenna, he was looking back at the time and probably got much better view than I did. Why are we talking about his thing down there? Seriously. Now he's facing towards, covering his face while Jenna sits next to him, reading a book, looking uninterested. Nearly 21, and he's still doing that, huh? Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a little more awkward without you three around, though. We head back into the car. I grab the camera bag and from the passenger seat put the camera away. Hey, did you see my thing? Saw more than that. Your thing's about horrors of Echo, right? It'll be perfect fit. Long if you could even fit it on the camera. I stashed the camera bag in the footwell before I hop in. Southwest Adventures is an amusement park right in the middle of Peyton. It's decent enough that people came not just from Peyton, but cities up to 100 miles away to vacation here. Because of this, it's usually crowded, and today is no exception. Families and their kids are everywhere. It's usually a generally nice day, sunny in the 80s, and it being on a Sunday added to the crowd. I didn't mind, though. The point was hanging out with my friends. I didn't know about you guys, but I'm starving. Let's go get some funnel cakes. Jeez, Carl. We just got here. Hey, I didn't have breakfast. You had breakfast, alright. A blended side of... What? It's no problem. You can do that while I plan out what we're doing. Carl ambles off his way to the funnel cakes stand. I snagged one of the parking maps from the entrance and I handed that to Leo. Alright, so usually when my family gets here, go clockwise. We hit all the rides. That sounds like a plan. It's pretty crowded today, so we probably won't be able to do everything. But in order, we'll do at least able to ride Event Horizon. You sure? The line is always long for that ride. TJ looks up towards the tall, spiraling electric red steel roller coaster. It's definitely the most recognizable landmark in the park. You could see them from almost anywhere in Peyton. Yep, fastest and tallest roller coaster in the West. I think it'll be worth it. Oh. TJ rubs his arm with one paw in the corner of his muzzle, twitching a little bit. I had forgotten about that. He used to have a pretty pronounced motor tic where the corner of his mouth would twitch up over and over. It used to be a constant thing. It stopped once we entered the middle school. Guessed it didn't completely gone away. You alright, TJ? We could skip the big rides if you... Oh, hey, TJ, you're an adult now. No, it's fine, I'm fine. I just haven't been on a roller coaster in a while. TJ snaps his head back towards us. His all tensed up and movement looks like a rubber band being snapped. I'm riding all the rides with you guys. TJ walks off, his paws shoved deep in his pockets. I feel bad for him, and I want to give him an out somewhere. And that's when Carl comes back with his funnel cake. It was topped with ice cream, powdered sugar, and strawberry. Jeez, that sounds really sweet. Anyone want to share? Yeah, that looks really good. No, alright, I guess I'll have to eat the whole thing. Great, now we ought to wait for the fat thing to finish eating. Carl pulls his face out of the cake. Even with it white fur, I can see powdered sugar clinging from his chin. Nah, I can eat in line. We're going on Adventure Horizon first? The wait will be an hour long at least. Oh my god, that would be a long time. The line ends up being 2 hours long. By the time we get to the actual ride, I'm dying to get in the pool of any kind. To put a plenty of an otter needs water. Part of the problem of living in Echo meant that we don't have any kind of indoor pool system in our house, being cheap as if it was. We ended up having to get outdoor swimming pools, which was a pain. Nervous, Chase? I smirked at him. I've ridden on it before, Leo. Though your tail's kinda down. You sure you're not nervous? Come on, Leo. Let's ride in the front. I don't know. As I watched Jenna pull Leo towards the line for the front, which was twice as long as all the others. Jeez. I opt out in the middle, which so happened that TJ comes with me. His tufted ears and poking out straight up the entire time, muzzle giving an occasion twitch. I leaned over to him. You know, there's an exit over there where people who changed their mind. I bet you could slip out without anyone noticing. Looks like not all of us are even going to be riding in the same train. TJ stares straight ahead, clutching into the railing. I can see his sharp claws underneath, pressing into the metal whipping wave of this red paint. No, I'm fine. You sure? Yep, perfectly fine. Well, we're in the middle, which is the best place to be if you don't like roller coasters. Yeah. I really wanted to be able to get TJ to skip the ride, but it seems like he's pretty determined to do it for some reason. Finally, our train comes along, and I step in as two laughing and painting hyenas stepped out. Oh my god, that was the most intense. Holy crap, dude. I know I never get scared on rides, and I almost pissed myself. I don't know how to... I do a quick check off of the seat to make sure there was an actual piss before I was sitting down. I looked up and TJ standing on the edge of the platform, his eyes wide open, one foot stuck out to get on. TJ? A bored-looking teenager Fox comes by. I check my lap bar and I stuck my paw. Hey, wait, TJ, you're getting on? Fox goes from looking bored to looking too mildly annoyed. If you're getting on, you need to get on now. Can't hold up the whole ride for you, sir. The exit is way over there for the other adventures await. People around us starting to notice. Unfortunately, Flynn, who's lined up with Carl towards the back, is paying very close attention, grinning like he knows what's going to happen. Aw, TJ, too scared? Guess who you're the thing, after all. Shut up, Flynn. Hey, TJ, when it gets really bad, just say to yourself, at least I'm not going to die. That seems a little intense. Actually, a few people have. TJ, I yelled at him. That seems to jar TJ out of his trance. He almost falls into the car and stumbles into it, fumbles with his shoulders before the fox attends size and lays down to do it for him. I can see the red on the inside of TJ's ears as he blushes, and I feel my own ears burn a little from the secondhand embarrassment. Now that's too late. I realize that we shouldn't have started with this ride. We should have started with something smaller to build up his confidence. I jolted back as the train moved forward. Oh gosh. TJ's paws lashed out and lashed into my arms. Oh no, why am I doing this? I reached over trying to move his paws from my arm and back into the handle on his shoulder. TJ, hold on to that. My arm, you're gonna chase quiet. I paused, staring at the Linux. I'm not really used to hearing TJ yell. He's almost puffed out twice his size. I just need some quiet No, and our train begins to ascend up the first hill. I can feel TJ's claws picking through my fur into the skin. He starts mumbling quietly to himself, his eyes closed. TJ, are you praying? He doesn't say anything, and soon we reach the apex of the climb. I give up on trying to move his paws and sit back, a little nervous myself. I really, really hope TJ doesn't completely lose it. I raised the oh my god. He did lose it. Ugh. I rinsed the blood off of my arm in the dirty theme park bathroom. It wasn't bad as I thought it could have been, although TJ's did start crying when he first hit the first inversion. He had scratched the crap out of my forearm, grabbing it with both paws. Once we started to descend. Unfortunately, Flynn and Carl were still on the platform when we rolled back into the boarding station. Flynn looked ready to lay on into TJ again, but when he saw the tears, he tended to hold back. I helped the shaking Linux out of the car, and somehow we managed to stumble into a bathroom where he quickly hid into a stall. I should have forced him out the exit. He'd always had an anxiety problems. Though I think we all believed that it was a childhood thing that he had gotten over. I didn't know if he still takes medications. Hey TJ. Yeah? We should probably get back. Leo texted me that we are waiting by the ride. Yeah, I'll be out in just a second. The cheerfulness in his voice is forced. I ignored the weird looks I'm getting from the other people in the bathroom. Instead, I inspect my own arm. The scratches are pretty superficial, so the bleeding has stopped. No one would notice under the thick fur, even if it's tender as hell. I hear the stall door open behind me, though through the mirror I see TJ coming out. He sees me looking over my arm, and his face crumbles up again. Chase, I'm sorry. Is it bad? I really don't want him to start crying again. TJ cries a lot when he was a kid, almost every day, even at 19. It seems like he's still pretty suspenseful. It's fine. It doesn't even hurt. Oh, well, that's good. We stand there awkwardly for a few minutes, then I aired out my shirt, which starting to strut my sweaty body. Listen, honestly, it's getting way too hot for me to wait in lines all day. I think I'd rather sit down and watch some shows or something. Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to do that with me? TJ's ears come up a little. He hunches his paws together, and the fidgeting subsiding for a bit. Yeah, Chase, I think that'll be fun. I can tell at least he's a little relief. We both head out back towards the ride. I spot 4 of them waiting by the exit. I furrowed my brows as I spot Carl crouched down on the ground. Jenna kneeling next to him, rubbing his back. Hey, everything alright? Jenna looks up with a smile on her face. Carl's not feeling too good. Yeah, want to sit next on a bench or something? This is why I don't go to carnivals in my life. If I move, I'm gonna That's what you guys get. You get for stuffing your face right before a ride. You think they sell ginger pills here, or ginger ale at least? A joint would be nice. There are some vendors over here. I'll go check. Actually, kind of glad everyone's preoccupied with Carl right now. It takes some heat off of TJ. Let's move you to a bench. It'll be better to sit down. Slowly, Jenna and Leo lift Carl up, and now I can see his face that he really is ill. To average person or furry, our little outstanding might already seem like a disaster, but this is perfectly typical for us. Nothing ever went according to plan. We sit Carl down at a bench, and he bends over, and his face in his hands as he moans softly. TJ comes back with a medium-sized cups and paws next to... I didn't see that one. No ginger ale, but they did have some lime soda. Carl takes sips of it before sitting back down and bleaching. Oh, guys. I'm done, guys. What? You're gonna call it a day here and sit here? Actually, me, Chase, are going to go see some shows. You can come with us. Guys, we were doing this to hang out with each other, remember? I'll leave them. We're wasting time. Glenn turns away and walks off, his hand shoved in his pocket, like a stone gargoyle. He definitely looked the part of being lizard. Dang, that was probably a bit specious. Well, we all have our own phones. Text us, right? Sure. Jenna turns and follows Flynn's, but Leo hesitates a moment. He looks at me before eventually turning to follow Flynn and Jenna. 5 minutes later, Carl's stomach settles to the point where he's able to get up and walk. At this point, I'm completely wiped out and I just want to sit down. Oh my gosh. I am about to pass out. I'm talking for so long. Oh. I point out the first stage we see. Oh my god, that's copyright music. Thank you. I point out the first stage we see. They agreed. I sigh gratefully when I sit down. You look tired as shit. I cracked an eye open to see Carl give me a sidelong glance. I don't sleep very well in hotel beds. I actually woke up around 2. You were gone. Now TJ's looking at me too. I feel a gut clenched for a second. Yeah, I tried to go for a walk down the street. Hoped it would help me get tired. Well, if that happens again, you can just walk over to my house. I'm up like 3 every night. Wow, why? Carl shrugs, leaning back and sticking his hoofs against a chair in front of him, earning him a dirty glance of the occupier. Games, mostly. Sometimes I read. Carl rubs his chin, opening muzzle, closing it, and opening again. You know, you would be pretty cool if you spent the night of one of these days. That house can be creepy as hell when you are the only one in it. Holy cow, I'm getting dizzy. You alone? Yeah, parents are vacationing in regular paradise, having a good time, they tell me. Carl tries putting good in absent, but doesn't get do a very good job of it. Oh, did you want to go with them? Carl blows a raspberry, laughing. Not really. Mom told me right away that weed isn't legal there either. So I looked at them and not wanting to come along. Oh, they did say that the chocolate is real, whatever that means. And they bring me some. Guess that's not enough of a freak-ass thing. Come on, Carl. But dude, I'm getting there. Soon all I'll have to do is stand in front of a mirror, lock out my face, and jerk my moves. What moves is moves? What? I'm making a dumb snorting, croaking sound, and I can feel TJ looking. Okay, I cannot. I cannot listen to that music again. It plays over and over. I make a dumb snorting, croaking sound, and I can feel TJ looking at the two of us disapprovingly. Not the hardest thing to do when you're high. Wait, you've actually done it? Carl shrugs, smirking at me. I reached out and grabbed his chest. From what I can tell, it's pretty firm set of bricks there. Carl puts his mocked, horrified look on his face. Sexually assault? He touched my breast. Oh, whatever, Carl. They're harder than mine. So, you're teenage... So, we're teenage girls in the locker room comparing racks? Hey, you're the one that brought up the tits. You know what? I can see it, y'all. You're happy one everyone likes. I'm the big fat chick you're all nice to, but called Big Thunder Mountain behind their back. And TJ hadn't paid attention, distracted with watching some dancers on stage who looks at us. Huh? You're the cute, Christian chick that only takes up about so as stay a virgin. What? Let me feel your boobs. I want to compare. What in the world? No. Small but perky. Why are they doing it in public? After a few seconds of tussling and Carl getting smacked in the nose by TJ, somebody hushes us from behind. We're forced into silence. The show starts off with a bunch of mice having a weird sort of hoe down. TJ really into it and starts clapping along. I smile. TJ could definitely be kind of cute sometimes. Carl just rubs his nose and leans back, watching with a smirk, as if the whole thing is a joke to him. At this point, my eyelids are feeling really heavy. At most, I'd gotten maybe 4 hours of sleep last night. I think about leaning my head back, but the backs of the seats are pretty low, so I just ended up with my head hanging over the back. Leaning forward would be just impossible. I could lean on one of my friends, but I don't think they'll mind. TJ? TJ might be smaller, but definitely an easy guy to convince. Especially if he thinks he's helping someone out. TJ, can I lean you for a bit? What? Why? He looks a little uncomfortable. I should have chosen the other guy. I'm so tired, man. Oh, alright. I lay my head on in a crick of his neck. I feel him tense up. But after a while, you relax. There's some heat coming off his neck. I'm pretty sure he's blushing. It's not too bad, though. He may be slender, but his fur is so soft. The sounds of the clapping and fiddles start to drift away as lack of sleep takes its toll. Okay. Is this a stream too? I feel along the rough edges of rock and dirt. The only thing I can hear is the shower of debris I'm knocking to the ground. The air is stale, and I have a vague feeling that I have no idea how to pronounce that. I kept going. I'm gonna reach to the end eventually. I just have to keep moving. I can tell that I'm going down deeper and deeper. The space around me is growing smaller and smaller, and soon I'm hunched so that my hedge don't scrape the ceiling. I can hear footsteps, not quite in a sympathy with mine own. They aren't the kind of footsteps that I've heard before, though. I stopped and listened. There's definitely a sound of feet, but not like they're walking. It's like they're stomping down on the ground, making as much noise as possible. This is accompanied by slapping sound as if someone's smacking their paws on the ground. Hey, Thomas. Holy cow. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 11 minutes. And I've been talking for the most of it. I didn't realize I am tired, guys. I am like falling asleep as I read this. This is a long gameplay. Well, it's not really a game. It's more of a book at this point. That I can choose whether or not to go with one answer or another. Anyways, this is accompanied by slapping sound. Wait, we just watched it. I imagine Toddler is still insisting on walking on all fours while throwing tantrum. It's heavier, though, like an adult doing it. That makes an image of makes the nape of my neck prickle, but I'm not scared. It's not long after I stop that noise stops as well. Just 10 feet behind me, I turned watching the darkness. I knew you'd come back. They always do. My voice sounded clogged, muted, like the rocky walls just sucked it up. The sound instead of the bouncing them down the tunnel. The stamping starts up again, loudly coming towards me full speed. Now I can hear sobbing, sniffling, and a strange guttering grunting. It's just feet away. You're only moving in circles. The verse away just as words leave my mouth, going back the way it came. I stand there for a while, listening until I can't hear it anymore. I turned and continued on, feeling the walls again as I make my way lower and lower. The smell hits me right as my paws hit it. Slick and slippery coats of the walls, my paws run along like thick oil. It's warm and fresh. Now I know I'm getting close. A voice Wait. This makes me think of something really disgusting that furries really like, and I kind of really like it too, I guess. But it's still disgusting. Anyways, a voice rapidly echoes down the tunnel. It's not too far away at all. I knew you'd come back. They always do. Make my way closer and closer now. I fear prickles my heart. They always do. I hear muffled screams now, as if someone's yelling with their mouth closed. Now the fur is standing up all over my body, but feet won't stop. I kept going, getting closer and closer. You're only moving in circles. I'm here. It's right here in front of me, and now I'm reaching out to touch it. I can't stop. I can't stop. Gasp. I jump, my head jerks up, and my eyes snap open, looking around wildly. It's like I just came from being underwater for too long. Crap. Whoa. TJ and Carl both jumped shortly after I do. I look back and forth as the stare wide-eyed back at me. It takes me a second to realize I'm still at Southwest Adventures at stage watching shows. Dude, are you right? Carl! I lean forward and rub my face on my paws, trying to stop shaking. I'm fine. I'm just really bad dream. I feel a small paw on my back as TJ rubs it. What about... I'm not really sure. I just in a really dark place and some things were in there. That sounds really creepy. What kinds of things? I think for a minute. The weird crawling thing, screaming thing. I pull my head up, looking towards the stage, which was empty right now. It doesn't matter. It was just a dream. Hey, what's happening to the show? Carl chuckles next to me, leaning back again. You missed him, dude. We've seen like 3 shows. Yeah, they didn't. They even had this segment with otters doing water tricks. We thought about waking you up for it, but you were in really deep sleep. That's too bad. I always love seeing my people laugh at it for the swimming clowns that we are. How long has it been? Carl checks his phone, which is already out. Been about 3 hours. Could probably get some lunch now. Dang, I've been out for a while. I'm surprised Oh my god! I'll be back. Okay. I think I'm good now. Let's see. I think I'm good. I guess you feel better then? Yeah, been feeling better for the past 2 hours. Now I'm hungry. It's already 2 p.m. I've composed myself for the most part. So I take my phone out next to text Leo. That is a Nokia phone? I have no idea what phone it is. Might be a Samsung. I don't know. We're kind of hungry. We should meet back up again. He gets back to me pretty quick. Mostly done with the rides anyways. Meet at food court. We've met Flynn at the table in the food court where he's already bought some pizza. Carl immediately sits down, pries open the box, takes a few slices. Of course you guys had fun. It was alright. We watched a few shows about our state's species history. Chase took a nap. Flynn eyes TJ, who doesn't say anything, as he sits to take out his own slice of pizza a bit more gently than Carl had. Feeling better, TJ? Yeah, I'm fine. TJ nibbles on his slice of cheese pizza. Yeah, well, pizza is a lot scarier than any... What? I am confused. So you're braver than I am? Really? Where's Leo and Jenna? Flynn rolls his eyes and nods towards the row of carnival games to the right of the court, fighting. They've been playing those games for half an hour already. I'm not surprised. I grabbed my own pizza, a slice of pizza, in a napkin and made my own way over there. Keeping on with the theme of the Old West, the carnival section... Man, my voice hurts. It hurts to talk now. Whew. Keeping with the theme of an Old West, the carnival section of the park is decked out with fake saloons and brothels. I spot them pretty quickly. Leo holding a pink unicorn and Jenna carrying a green dragon. They seem pretty good spirits. Though Leo's grins is a little tight. Looks pretty successful, huh, you guys? Hey, Chase. Jenna grinning, looking a little snug as well. You guys finished? We're eating now. Leo shifts the giant unicorn around. Yeah, we're pretty much done, I think. Dang, Leo, you must have won something pretty hard to get that. Yeah, that was me. I looked over the green dragons Jenna's holding. But what about that? Yeah, I won this too. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure you've won a couple? Actually, yeah, I've beaten him every game. Yeah, well, you're visiting. I want your memories of this vacation to be good. Obviously, it's getting to your head, though. Oh, please. Chase, you should have seen his face. Sour grapes the whole time. Oh, really? I would usually stay out of stuff like this. Leo has always gotten a little carried away when it comes to competition, especially when I was around, but it's kind of funny seeing him act like this. Let's just go and eat. Wait, there's a high striker. Why don't we show Chase who's stronger? Leo contemplates for that for a second. but seems pretty confident about this one. He literally almost twice the size of Jenna. I don't know if that's fair to you, Jenna. I mean, he lets that sit, and honestly, I have to agree. Jenna, though, is a little fox, gleamed in her eyes that I knew meant she thought of she's something we didn't. Afraid I'm gonna woo you, X. Jeez, no. Wow, Jenna is getting all out. My muzzle flesh is under fur, but that only seems to decide things for Leo. A confident smile replaces a sheepish one from before. Oh yeah. He flexed his shoulders and sticks out the stuffed unicorn to me. I stuffed the last of the crust in my mouth, reached out and take it. Jenna does the same. Now I'm hugging two massive stuffed animals to my sides, tripling my... Alright, let's do this. Step right up, just your strengths. $3, 3 tries. Ring the bell and win the prize. I'd like to try. We got a taker. Big, strong wolf like you would have no problem at all. $2. Leo hand over the money and the attorney hands him a mallet. Leo points at me with a grin. This one's for you. My heart skips a beat. He hasn't called me that in a long while. But I decide to play along. Don't disappoint me, Leo. I really want that stuff griffin, I think. I pointed to the griffin on the Kearney's long shelf of toys. Sure thing. Leo spreads his legs and squares his shoulders before raising the hammer, brings it down hard onto the rubber-looking pad. It's a pretty hard hit, but Chase only rise up to the 40 mark. Oh, almost the wolf again. Try again. Leo brow throws, and now I'm not sure this was a good idea. He raises the mallet again, grunts, brings it down even harder, causing the corruption to shake a little bit. This time, Chase shoots up to the 70 mark. Even better this time, but put your back into it. I can hear Leo growling a little bit, and he raises the mallet for the final time, brings it down with a snarl, all his muscles in his arms standing out. I'm pretty sure I felt the ground shake this time. The impact causes more than a few heads to turn. This time, Chase only gets up to the 60 mark. Leo gasps at the game. So close. $3 more will get you 3 more tries. Want to try it again? Nope, my turn. Jenna already has her money ready and hands out to the turn. Oh ho, little battle between the things again. Well, step right up, my fair fox. Million, how will you fare against this big bad wolf? Leo eventually hands the mallet to Jenna. Alright, beat 7. Or 70. Jenna points the mallet toward me, winking. Don't worry, Chase. I'll get the ribbon for you. Leo snorts, folding his arms, looking pretty annoyed. Good luck. I was hitting that thing as hard as... Before he could finish, Jenna raises his mallet in the air and puts it in a graceful swing, as if it was chopping wood, as she brings it down hard to the rubber pad. It landed pretty preciously cleanly in sharp contrast with Leo's sloppy hits. I stared, Leo stares, the Karen stares. Jenna simply raised her paws in the air. Yay! A few onlookers around us laughed and cheered. Oh my, the fair fox has won. Come over here and pick your prize. Oh my gosh. He glances at Leo. Sorry, buddy. That's apparently sympathetic, but also amused smile Leo in his way before turning onto the onlookers. See that? A female fox, half the size of this male wolf, rung the bell. Could one of you be next? Leo looked mortified, but quickly changed his expression to a sheepish grin. He doesn't seem to want to look at me. Good job, Jenna. Jenna bounds back to us carrying the big stuffed griffin. Give those ones to Leo so I can give you this. I handed off the toys to Leo, who grumbles a little bit as he takes them. Dang, thing's rigid. Jenna hands me the griffin. Thanks, Jenna. That was really... She leans over and pecks me on the cheeks. Okay, she's in love with me, I guess? I don't know. I see Leo's eyes widen. She does it. His ears standing straight up. Oh, it was nothing. Leo stands there for a few more seconds, working his jaws. Awesome. He turns away and leaves, his arms still wrapped around the giant stuffed toys. Jenna starts laughing. Jenna? Oh, hush. He'll get over it. He's just something fun to tease. I have to agree, but not when I'm being used to the teasing. He's still really sensitive about the whole thing. You guys talked it over, didn't you? Anyways, aren't you gay? What the... I take a deep breath. In real life, I'm bi. I'm just gonna say I'm bi. I mean, yeah, obviously I like Leo, but I like girls too. Okay. I'll just put it in gay. See, he's got nothing to worry about. And I'm not in the mood to go in depth with my sexuality. I don't know. Should I go gay or bisexual? I don't know. Gay or bisexual? What should I do? Because this can change the whole story. If anyone's in here. I don't know. I'll just go bisex. However, part of me wants to go gay. Bisex. Final answer, bisex. Unless you guys like gay better. You go by... Okay. This is a really hard decision. Oh, investing. I sigh and rub my eyes with my paws, still a little tired. Hey, don't tell Leo that I work at the state fair every year. Wasn't planning on it. The rest of the day was pretty relaxing. We ride a few more mellow rides. Leo seemed to cheer up when I volunteered to sit next to him in the Ferris wheel. TJ even built up his courage to the point where he rode the swinging ship. Flynn and Carl rode to the slingshot ride together, and with the video feed from the ground, I think was the first time I've ever seen Flynn scared. Carl did end up barfing after one. Oh gosh. By 6 p.m., everyone was tired enough that we agreed to head back. I'm still exhausted, so I'm sleep for half an hour. It takes to get back to the motel. When we got back, I noticed how good the sun looks right now. With the sigh, I reminded myself I'm here to actually get a project done, not just to play around. So as everyone sits in the motel, I let them know that I'm about to shoot some B-roll, gathering my equipment and heading out to the heat. Man, I am tired enough that I'm not even reading straight. Dragging it outside, I set it up, sweating even under the evening light. Even this late in the day, the heat was pissing me off. For some reason, it's a lot cooler than in Pueblo. My mind drifts back to the many days of summer. Under the blazing sun, the temperature rarely dipped below 100. I'm amazed poor TJ never had a heat stroke. That's not a good thing to get. When I put my eye in the viewfinder, I'm a bit disappointed on how broken down the town looks, even with amazing backdrop. What a dump. I'll say. It's even then I hear footsteps and talking behind me. I paused my recording to turn around. How's the filming? It's alright. It's kind of ran out of sun, but it's okay. Echoes looks like crap no matter what kind of light you shoot in. Do you need us to keep quiet? No, I'm just shooting B-roll. Was just about to come back in. Let's stay here for a minute. Carl and Flynn are getting a little loud. Besides, I want to talk to you two. He wraps his arms around Jenna, reaches out the other one to pull me in so that we're both flanking him. I feel my shoulders pressed into the warm bulk of his side and chest. He'd always been taller than me. My eyes barely come up to his chin. But now it seems like he's almost twice as wide. He definitely put down some more muscle since I last saw him. While he's always pretty muscular, he's been more on the lean side. Now his chest and hold his shirt tight. It felt nice, though. I like something very sturdy wrapped around velvet. I suppose it was a mixture of adding both muscle and fat. I'm at least happy to see he's gotten over his little defeat to Jenna. Look at us, the OG crew. Leo's strong voice vibrates from his body to mine. The effect generalizing, and I feel myself relax. Together again. The only thing I miss about this town, Leo is referring to the fact that he, Jenna, and I were original 3 in our group of 6 to become friends. Later, we would add TJ, then Carl, then finally Flynn, and then Sydney. Leo had been one to unite us all. I remember when you first got here, everyone here was afraid of you. I remember when I first got here, I found a bunch of randos who wouldn't even talk to each other. We all sit down in the same schools, and we all went down to the same schools in Peyton and had our different friends there. When Leo moved he thought it was strange. Oh my gosh, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I am literally losing my voice, and it hurts. My entire body hurts. Really. Ugh. I never read this long at once. Alright. Here we go again. When Leo moved in, he thought it was strange that the kids in Echo didn't really hang out together. As I entered middle school and high school, I cycled through tons of different friends, but the ones in Echoes always stayed the same. Remember when we always had sleepovers at Chase's place? Of course, I kicked your thing at Wolf Furry all the time. I remember I used to think you guys were the only friends with me for my video games. Many times I've fallen asleep to flickering of some CRT television set, watching outlines of Jenna and Leo twisted aside as they played. I would wake up hours later only to find them still playing. It was weird. Jenna and Leo get along really well, but there is a bit competitive streak between the two. Actually, one of the few things that gets Leo genuinely angry. I think he even broke one of my controllers once. How long has it been since we first met? Well, when did you move in? I think it was in 2000. So take 2000, subtract 1200. What does that leave with Leo? Leo looks sideways at me and smirks. There's a flash of white can in as it appears from under his lip. For a moment. Think to yourself, well, hotshot right now, that you're in a college, huh? I smirk back, and though I know my canyons aren't as impressive. What are canyons? Please tell me, someone. What is it? Oh. Don't even look it up. It's just a fake trying to look like a dog. Got it. Pretty much, huh? Well, you always be little brats to me. I feel Leo's wagging his tail slapped me in the butt. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Speaking of which, are you getting along over there? Jenna looks at me, around Leo's broad chest. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, we haven't had many chances to hang out. Why not? Well, it's college. It's a pretty large university. I don't even think we've ever seen each other in passing. Yeah, things are a bit different, but Jenna, we should do something together soon before we graduate. Definitely. Leo still looks a little disappointed that me and Jenna aren't keeping up at the university, but I don't know why. She had her friends and I had mine, and we talked sometimes. Jenna nudges into Leo, causing us all to sway. And speaking of that, when are you going back to Mesa? Mesa is a community college in Peyton. Leo went there for a few semesters before taking a break. And by break, I mean he quit. Well, see, I have to talk to my parents. It's just starting to get really busy. Why don't they hire more people? You could graduate by now. If you would have your master's degree by now. Leo sighs. It's about committing to family business, not the help that he needs. Jenna rolls her eyes and blowing out some air and ruffled stuff in her head. Wolves and their families, you should try thinking and speaking for yourself sometime. If I hadn't done that, I'd still be stuck in that cranked house. Jenna flicks her head vaguely in the direction where she used to live. Jenna, oh my god, I'm tired. Jenna is the only one, beside from Carl, who has family still living in Echo. I wonder if she's going to visit them, even though I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to that. I see Leo tighten his arm around her shoulder, but she goes on without missing a beat. And you can start with our otter here. I looked up and caught unawares. Huh? What? Jenna. I'm serious. Jenna puts her paws up in Leo's face, cutting him off. I am not going to spend my entire week with you asking me when and how should you do it. Let's rip off the band-aid now, Chase. Jenna. There is a warning tone in Leo's voice as he pins back his ears and drops his arms from our shoulders. I already know what's happening. It's been a long time coming. I take a step back, fold my arms, look to the side. Chase, Leo has new things to say to you, and yes, it's about that. Now I'm going to head back and make sure Carl didn't tighten up in the bathroom. Didn't light up in the bathroom. Jeez. Jenna. This tone changed from, I don't know what it is, as Jenna turns on her heels and leaves. Judging by Carl with his tail in her tail, I can tell she's pretty satisfied in what she's just done. I returned my attention to the road. Didn't really bring myself to look at him right now. We both stand there for a minute, 3 feet apart. I hear Leo scuff the ground with his foot, then sniffed as dust rises up from the ground. I hear him draw in a breath a few times, and as if he's going to say something, that ends up blowing it out with a sigh. We were never this good at this, probably why it ended us failing like it did. Leo. I'm sorry, Chase. For what? Not talking to you about when I should have. Talking to Jenna about it when I should have been talking to you. He reaches out and sets his paws on my shoulder. The silver anchor on his wrist glinting a little bit on fading light. He's smiling at me that I grit my teeth. Why are you still wearing that? His eyes flicked from the bracelet back to my face, expressing turning defensive. Why aren't you still wearing yours? Don't you remember what you said? I sigh and look and scatter crowds behind Leo's head. They're singing soft beat from the fading sun. The sunset is almost the same color as Leo's fur. Leo, we were teenagers. That's not the answer. He cuts me off and I look back at him. I told you they weren't love bracelets. They weren't about our relationship. They were about everything our friends, families, memories echo. I raised my voice above his, cutting him off this time. They were about echo, Leo. We stand there for a while, Leo looking closely at me, expecting his ears tip forward. His eyes fused me like amber shards. It was always hard to look at him during our argument. Wait, so I am the polar bear. Or the bear. Or what am I? I have no idea. What do I have to say it? Alright, fine. I hate this place and everything about it. It's just the most miserable place I've ever been. How many places have you been? Enough to know that it's miserable and most everyone here old and obsessed with on welfare. Half of them are probably on math. Leo pulls his deep breath and blows it over my head. I can smell the bell peppers on his breath. No one likes it here, Chase. I mean, it was an anchor. I'm half laughing. I was just looking at it made me feel like I was still tied down to this town. I didn't need it reminding me of all that awful stuff. I know it was supposed to be symbolizing us being each other's rocks or whatever, but it stands for a lot more than that. But a lot of good things happened here, too. No one would forget where they came from. Sometimes I wish I could. At this point, Leo deflated a little bit, going into a slouch, and his ears lowered. Wait, you said you didn't get rid? No, I still have it. It's just in my drawer in my dorm room. Honestly, if it was anything else, I like one of those infinity bracelets we saw, I wouldn't have trouble wearing it. Well, why didn't you say anything when we were buying them? I didn't know it was going to be a problem. Leo takes a deep breath again before blowing it out. Puffs his chest this time. Counselor. He puts a paw to his eye and holds it there for a few seconds. It was a pose I'm pretty familiar with. Even though I haven't seen it in a few years, I hit with a wave of memories, mostly of frustrating or embarrassed Leo somehow. We decided on the anchors mostly because they looked pretty. Leo had reference of some wolf metaphor about the roots, and how we're always drawn back to them. Also some wolf stuff about otters were great sailors, but really it was an aesthetic For some reason, over the years, I've begun to associate the anchor to be with being stuck in eco. It was when I started connecting the anchor to the Sydney, and that's when I taken it off. It was too much. Anyway, Leo brings me back to the present, and I focus on him. What was I trying to say that I'm still not okay with how he felt? I said I was sorry, and I still am. Or how did you stop talking to me for a while? I was a kid. You think I'm an otter? Hold on. Man, my voice hurts. Ah! Am I an otter? Otter. I'm looking at an otter picture side by side. I mean... Hold on. It looks really close. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely an otter. I should have gotten a drink. My voice hurts. Ugh. I've been streaming for 3 hours on this uncomfortable chair. I guess I'm gonna keep going, because why not? I'll go until 6. It's currently 5:30. Almost 5:30. I thought I had a good tactic, like Jenna said, rip off the band-aid, you know. We started talking again. It was a little more like you punching me in the gut, then kicking me in the balls. The problem was that you didn't give me a chance to say anything, or at least tell me why you broke it off. I stayed silent for a while, then finally looked up, setting my jaw. Like I said, I was young and dumb. I didn't know how to handle it. I can keep apologizing, or we can move on and make the most of this. We only had 1 week, and I want to have fun. Leo looks at the side paws on hip as if complimenting, then looks back at me with a smile. Alright, fine, but don't think you're off the hook. I still want to talk soon. Soon? No, not right now. I stand there awkwardly for a few moments, then, because it feels appropriate, I stepped in and gave him a hug. He takes it willingly. He's warm and strong for a few moments. I wonder why that I dumped this guy. Just then, someone lays on the horn as they drive past us, pulling me out of my... What? I lean back so I can watch the car speed down the empty road. Leo keeps holding me, though, and he just chuckles. Echoes hasn't changed much, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. As we're saying our goodbyes, I remind Leo about the shots I need of the lake. He says he'll talk to the other two about it after they leave. We all say our goodbyes, before Leo and Carl and Flynn take off. TJ takes his usual hour of getting ready to bed while Jenna does some homework. By the time I'm finished brushing my teeth, I'm grateful to see them both in bed. I get under the covers next to the TJ and lay there for about an hour staring at the ceiling. Slowly I slid under the covers, careful not to wake TJ. Quietly I slipped my jeans on, grabbed my jacket before heading out the door. Toby built a small sandcastle next to the lake in the process of digging the moat around it. Jenna drops a few twigs next to it before running off to find decorations. Flynn is talking to Sydney, pointing to Toby's sandcastle. Sydney looked hesitant but excited. What happened to Sydney? I'm curious now. He seems to make up his mind, suddenly running towards and kicking the top of the tallest castle. It breaks it easily. Most of it flies into Toby's face. Toby flinches back, shocked before immediately cries as he rubs his eyes. Jenna comes running across the beach, yelling before shoving at Sydney, who's laughing. She turns to Toby, trying to help him clean his face, but Lennox pushes her away before running towards the trail back to Hickory. I'm probably not going to have a voice tomorrow. I know my voice is, like, going out. Okay. Monday. Yiyad River feeds Emma Lake from the north. It's farther drive than the lake itself, but it does have a few nice clearing along its edge. One of them has a few branches and has rusted to hell public grill that I'm sure no one has used in decades. This place is that we go. Oh. Alright, Snapper again. Welcome back. I think my chat is broken. Yeah, my chat is broken. I don't know what's going on. As we unload Leo's van, I decided to get the B-roll of the lake right away. It wouldn't have much of a presence in the packet, so I just thinking about narrating it over later. The actual lake is a few minutes walk from here. It's a bit difficult navigating around the sagebrush, and I know I have to check for ticks later. By the time I reach the lake, my friends are pretty far behind me, hidden with a few bends and hills. I'm getting uncomfortable with the idea of me holding the camera while I navigate this terrain. It probably would have been better if Leo just parked the car next to the reservoir while I got out film. But I guess even that still wasn't okay. There was a large square of paved ground next to the parking lot. Now several branches and several of the new grills. Several lamps have been erected around the area too. Leo was about to Leo was right about the town trying to turn the reservoir into a recreational spot. I can actually see a few jet boats skimming through the water, leaving long trails of white behind them. Man, my voice hurts. I cannot stop it. I just remember when they call you? Nathan, welcome. I just remember when I answered in my birthday stream. Oh. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm really tired, guys. I am, like, falling asleep. My it hurts to talk anymore. But I'm still going to keep going until 6. It's currently 5:31. Hopefully I can handle until 6. There even what looks like a fountain of some sort fishing in the shallows. It would explain why the motel is still in business. I'll send you the stream in them. Oh, yeah. I was being called by my mom. So. Anyways. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me on Discord. Anyways. Lake Emma was fairly small, only about 12 miles long and 5 wide. I looked around before climbing to the top of the nearby hill to get my shots. Even with a few people there, it's still pretty quiet, aside from the train horns and the kind of eerie. I wrapped up and quickly make my way back. It's hard to explain why I'm getting freaked out in the broad daylight with people around. Either it's because what's happening all those years ago, or I'm just psyching myself out. I'm glad to hear my friends' voices again as I get closer, then again it sounds like they're fighting. Been acting like a thing all day. I'm be glad I'm here. I came here at all. Apparently it would be better if you hadn't. Maybe I just freaking leave again. It sounded a lot more serious than our usual squabbles, so I quickened my pace. They seemed to quiet down once they see me coming. TJ's off to the side looking over the river, occasionally throwing a rock into it. Carl sits down in a long chair, one of the 6 that have been set out in the semicircle. He has a chin on his fist as he stares at me. Jenna and Lear stand next to each other, looking at Flynn, who got his back turned, roaming through the cooler. Hey, what's wrong? Leo sighs. Nothing. You get your film? Yeah, I got it. The silence still is awkward. I have no idea what I could do with myself. I finally realize that I'm holding the camera and decide to put that away. Hey, are you gonna go for a quick swim? I haven't been in the water for a while. When we first got here, I was completely disappointed that the motel didn't have its own swimming pools. I am an otter. Let's see here. At this point, it had been 3. Flynn finally turns to me, a beer in his hand, and cracks it open. It was true that he had been acting a bit strange today. He held the entire trip up by a few hours and finally shown up. His eyes were blurry, and he seems a little sluggish, like he'd been up all night. When we asked if he was alright, he brushed us off. Yeah, thanks for the help setting up. Jeez, you about y- as useful as this I am. I am exhausted. I am falling asleep. I want to go. I need to go. I am falling asleep. Ugh. I know I said I would go until 6 o'clock, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Yes, I want to exit. So, I will see you guys later. Because I'm falling asleep and it hurts to talk now. And my entire body hurts because I'm sitting in an uncomfortable chair that I shouldn't be sitting on. So, if you guys had any questions for me, you want to ask me before we go, I'm going to stay here for a few minutes. I am definitely going to turn that into a trend. That is something I wanted to do, actually. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's fine, no worries. Are you cute? I don't know. Maybe. It really depends on you guys. Do you guys think I'm cute? I don't know. In real life, no. Definitely not. I don't think I'm doing a face reveal. The reason why I haven't showed my face for a long time is because I found illegal stuff on the internet. Uh, on the internet of me doing illegal stuff with it. And I don't get it. That I'm also kind of scared of myself for looking at it. I don't want to. I really don't want to show my face right now. Anything else, guys? Oh, I should have told you guys this before. I am going to go live every Wednesday and Friday. Because I graduated from my speech appointments that I do every Wednesday and Friday. So I can stream or make videos every Wednesday and Friday and deliver it to you guys. You too. Take care, Ender Dragon. I'll see you guys probably this Friday because I am going to go live on Friday morning. I think all day of Friday, actually. Let's see. Ooh, we could do a collab on Friday. What should we collab on? It's been a while since I've done multiplayer with other people on stuff. When was the last time I did that? I'm gonna look at my YouTube channel here. Because that does sound fun. Channel. Oh, I'm almost at 50 subscribers. Hey. Anyways, sorry for blowing your ears. Esports was the last time. March 11th. No. March 24th of 2021. So that is 2 months. Wow. That's been a while. Yeah, we should do... What game should we do this Friday? Because I got Off-Road Outlaws. I think I really need to update that. And... Ooh! Zombs Royal IO. What is that game? What is this game about? 100-player 2D real-time massively multiplayer battle royale game in your browser, inspired by PUBG and Fortnite. Holy ads. There is a lot of ads. Even when I have the ads for. Okay. Says the same reason for my... Because my PC... Personal PC is not getting it. Just the same reason for my phone. Okay. I'm gonna see that. I really wish I can make pollings in YouTube. The thing is, I don't have the requirements. What is the minimum requirements? I don't remember. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys Friday. That was an awesome 3 hours of stream that I just did. Longest stream I've done quite a while. I think the longest stream I've done was 4 hours straight, and I never got bothered. Oh, I just now thought of this. I might have company on Friday. Let's talk by Discord. Sure. Feel free to join my Discord server. Hopefully it's working. My link is working because I noticed that is kind of breaks once in a while. I'll see you guys. LG, welcome. 50 subs. Yes. Thank you guys so much for that. 2 subs in one stream. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Have I? I don't remember. I hit 50 subs. I know a lot of people actually hit milestones on subs now, recently. Yeah. Because I know Off-Road Outlaw Boys just passed 550. Lone Wolf Official just passed 830. Boombox Husky, I don't remember him. I think I do. Maybe I do. I don't know. Alright, I guess this is gonna be my last shot. If you guys have any questions, you have 181. That's nice. If you have any questions or anything, let me know right now, because this is the last time I'm gonna close the stream in just a minute. Yeah. Looks like we got nothing coming in. Boy, this editing the description and putting in the chapters for this thing, or for this stream that I'm doing right now, is gonna take me a while. Ugh. Alright, so it doesn't look like we have anything coming in, any questions or anything. I need to look at my schedule again, because I think I have company on Friday that might affect the morning stream, but maybe not on the afternoon. I don't know. So, I will let you guys know what's going on my Discord server, and also my wait, no, my Twitch is kind of screwed up. My Twitter is screwed up. I'll let you know on Discord. Hopefully the links works, and hopefully you guys can get in, right? Alright, so I will see you guys next time. See you later. Thank you all for watching this long stream. Thank you, Ender Dragon, Sniper, LG. Let's see who else. Nathan, Thomas. Looks like that's it. Thank you guys so much for staying here. I really love you guys. I'm so glad that we got to talk together. Even when it cost me, a sore throat. I'm probably not going to have a voice tomorrow. And tomorrow's kind of one of those days that I need a voice. Anyway, see you guys later. See you next.